On this episode of Camping Cribs, I'm switching roles with Dana while she takes you on a tour of my new love, the Holiday House.
Hey guys, this is Dana and we are having a role reversal on Camping Cribs today. This is Brenda, as you know, with queenbeerv, and I went in to interview her because she is actually experiencing her first outing in her brand new holiday house.
I know.
So I want her to be able to tell you all about her new crib and what she has planned for it and where she's taking it in the future and just all the plans that she's been waiting for months and years, actually years for this new opportunity. So Brenda, tell us about it.
Well, what do you want to know first?
How long have you had your eyes on this beauty behind us?
So I did not know about the brand until you and I ran across, actually her name's Lisa, at one of our 52U events, and she had one of these down in Texas, and when the minute we laid eyes on it and I walked in, I was like, what am I seeing? Because it's kind of deceiving on the outside. It really looks like a vintage. Some people think that this has been restored, but it's truly a later model. It's
Correct.
A 2022. But when we stepped inside, I was like, oh, this is it. So that's been probably 3 years.
So it was in Concan, right?
Yep. And then we had another friend that was in talks with Holiday House about possibly being an ambassador for them, and they stopped producing them. So the short and sweet story about it is the Holiday House name, the brand or manufacturer, was owned by the basket company, Harry and David. This is what I'm learning. And they made them just for a few years in the late 50s and 60s. He was evidently trying to keep the factory workers busy in the off season from basket making, whatever, the fruit baskets.
Right.
And so they made them for a few years. I think the manufacturer name had been bought and sold many times over the years. Somebody recently had bought it and decided to go ahead and start producing them again. They called it the continuation series. So they took the original models. There were just a few. There were different lengths, and there was a twin model. This one's the rear queen. They had a few different layouts and different lengths, but they plussed it. The thing that I was really excited about this, and you and I get into stuff like this, like to geek out on it. All of the framing, it's aluminum tubing.
Right.
So underbelly and the sidewalls, there's no wood. And there were just a lot of cool things about it that they stopped making them again. So I want to say there's less than 200, and don't quote me on that, but I'll look it up for you guys and put it in the show notes. But they didn't make very many, and once they stopped, all the 2022 models were just sitting on the lot and not selling.
Because there's a little bit of a fear there, right? For a manufacturer that's gone out of business, you kind of...
What would the fear be?
Just that you're not going to be able to get replacement parts. And as we know, most of the components inside RVs are manufactured for more than one style of RV. So really your issues would be anything that was built specifically for the holiday house.
Exactly, which to me was the look, the exterior. There's a big, I think they call it the world view window on the front.
It's gorgeous.
And so I did do some research on that. With us working at the National RV Training Academy, we know some people, including ourselves, that can fix things and we can get parts. So I wasn't afraid of that, but it sat there and I watched it for a few years until we finally made a move on it. And I wanted something really special. I had a motorized before. This is the first time I've towed, so I'm learning a lot from the experts that are out there. And so this is the maiden voyage. We're going to show you guys the before because I haven't gotten to do any kind of decorating, and there's stuff crammed in every cupboard everywhere, but I wanted you guys to see it so you can see the before.
I think she's had about 40 people walk through it in the last 2 days, just because it's eye-catching. It's pretty cool to have a unit that's different.
That's normal. And I mean, not normal. And that's how I feel about your Airstream Nest. When we were coming back from Pennsylvania, that's where we ended up having to travel to pick it up. Every gas station that we stopped at, people were saying, what is this? Can I look?
So cool.
Can I look? And luckily people can get really a whole
with just through the window.
Just through the window, and I didn't have to let everybody in there, but it is pretty cool. The first person that stopped us said, what possessed you to buy this thing? And my husband said, it's my wife's. So everybody figured it out. It's the queen. plains, and he is, I don't know if he'll ever camp in it.
So tell me one thing that is your favorite thing. Like what of the exterior, what's your favorite thing on the
It's got
exterior?
to be that window on the front. That is gorgeous. I never thought I would go for the corrugated look on the side, but it's so shiny. It's just such an eye catcher. I truly believe that too.
Yeah.
I like the dual axle. We've been talking about this, that the stripe is red and my logo is not red, and we were talking about maybe doing a vinyl wrap or painting it, but it's kind of growing on me. It came in teal, and that's really what I would have wanted, but this layout was the one that made my heart go pitter patter, hence the reason we drove all the way to Pennsylvania to pick it up. So that's my favorite on the outside.
Well, it's beautiful, and she is now going to take you on a quick tour on the inside, and you guys are going to be blown away. There is more storage in this camper that I have ever seen, and I just can't wait to see her fill it up.
And we will. And that is one thing about the outside that was not ideal. And I knew this before we bought it. It's only got one rear storage compartment for some of those, like the Stinky Slinky and some of the things that need to stay outdoors. So everything else is going in the tow vehicle or in that interior storage. And I got to be really careful. I want to make sure my weight management expert is going to help me to make sure tongue weight, gross vehicle, combined.
Axle weights, tire weights, everything. As you know, having been a part of the Airstream community as well, the Airstreams are built very similar with not a lot of exterior storage, so you've really become strategic in what you want to bring with you. And actually, I think it makes for a better camping experience.
I do too. The gear from the old camper coming to this one, way too much. So we're going to thin it out. So come on in.
All right, let's go. Okay guys, so we're inside this amazing holiday house, and you're gonna see what I mean about the storage. But first of all, we're at the front. She has a front entry, and the first thing that you see when you walk in is this incredible front view. So tell us about your favorites.
So that is everybody's favorite here, and it's just so much natural light. Some of the RVs, when you get inside them, they can be kind of dark and dim, and that was something that I wanted. I really wanted a lot of natural light, and you are not missing out on this one. I love the vintage look on the inside. They did some really cool details with the valance lights here and having that little ledge. I'm going to fill that up with all sorts of tchotchkes and decor and cute things. I like whatever this vinyl is that is on the dinette bench seats. This folds down, very easy to convert. Two people could easily sleep here. Usually on a dinette, it's tiny, huh?
It's tiny. And one person, even a tall person, can sleep diagonal and have plenty of room. But two people, it's as wide as a full size, if not bigger, width-wise bed. Watching you put it down last night for your mom was amazing to be able to see how quickly and easily it converted.
It's really spectacular, so I'm happy about that. Storage underneath, and then I love the wood look in here and this woven.
This is gorgeous,
kind of brushed nickel backsplash. I love a lot of counter space, and this has been great. I mean, tons of storage. Now this is fun. I did not know till I got there. I really wasn't paying attention, but all the drawers are soft close.
They are.
Yeah, I mean, that is really a cool feature.
Do you plan to do a lot of cooking inside, or are you more of an outdoor cooker?
I like kind of outdoors too, and I brought stuff to cook this weekend and didn't do it one time. So we'll see about that. I wasn't crazy about a lower microwave, having to squat down to get to it, but I'm okay with it. And if we do want to cook, I'll probably just do a little breakfast or lunch, and then we'll cook, outdoors on the fire or something. And then my good friend just got me these cute little tea towels here.
Well, we are at Fiesta.
We're at our Fiesta event.
Okay, so her camper, although it is beautifully long, it is a one-person hallway.
Yes.
Because it has incredible storage on either side. So I'm going to let her take you down the hallway and show you all the ins and outs of the bathroom, and then the main storage area, and then her beautiful bedroom.
So the Dometic absorption refrigerator along the way. This is all pantry space here. I love it. And then I don't even know what I'm going to do in this one. I'll let you guys take a peek. Right now I've just got food shoved in there, but it's kind of a taller little storage place. But this is the piece de resistance. It's a true hanging closet, and I travel with stuff on hangers and a lot of sparkle shoes. You know that. So this really caught my eye, and this was really specific to the rear queen model. This was the other thing that was my favorite feature on the interior. When I choose an RV bathroom, I want one that has actual countertop space that you could put your cosmetics and toiletries on the countertop here. So it has medicine cabinet, all of this storage below. You'll see when we swing around here, it's a little shower with a tiny little bathtub that a little tiny person could sit in, and I'm getting the hang of it, but I got to use my on-demand water heater and actually wash my hair and take a shower in it today. So that was very fun. More storage. A lot of the RV bathrooms, you know, you're really sitting tight in there and your knees might touch the tub or the wall, but it's nice and bright in here too. Okay, welcome. This is what I loved the most. I wanted this rear queen layout here. And by the way, I just wanted you guys to notice this darling little blanket that Dana got for me. It was actually in her camper, but then when the queen bee came into her life, she had to give it to me. So thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
And I love all of this in here. I loved being able to walk around the bed. It's got a sliding door. There's tons of shelves and storage everywhere. The entire underneath this big bed. It's a huge queen. It is all storage underneath here too. So I don't know what's going to happen back here as far as decor. I love those vintage looking sconces on the wall. It's just, everything about it is just really cute. And I love that vintage feel, but it's all the modern amenities. So we'll see what happens with all the decor and stay tuned.
All right, guys. Well, wasn't this the most amazing camper to walk through? When was the last time you saw a holiday house? I can't say that I ever have. So I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
It's precious. I'm excited to be able to camp with you.
Thank you.
Years down the road, and that you got exactly what you wanted after being extremely patient for 2 or 3 years now.
We'll be on the road, won't we?
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're going to get out there and do some more women's workshops, and now I got something to camp in as well.
And it's gorgeous. So thanks for joining us on another episode of Camping Cribs, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.